welcome to Perfect Cocktail Pursuits. My name is Rosalina Africano, and I'm your host. Today, I have guest Ezra Allen from CaNE Collective.
Rosalina, hi.
It's so wonderful that you're here to join me. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
So what we like to do here at Perfect Cocktail Pursuits is start out with a cocktail so that we can have a thoughtful conversation about your company. I thought we might start with a tequila cocktail and then dial back the ABV a bit and have maybe a mimosa style cocktail, and then dial it back one more time later in the evening. You need to drive home and you can have a non-alcoholic cocktail because your mixers are that delicious and they're that flexible.
I'm flattered. Thank you so much. We try to like to meet people where they're at, and so we definitely wanted a craft beverage experience that you can have at home, and some other options that you can have as you see the mood fit. So, as you mentioned, starting off with a margarita, we have our passion fruit jalapeno margarita, and if you'd like to assist,
this is
we
a
could
bit
do it
of
together.
Don Julio tequila that I had on my bar.
And I was thinking maybe we start with an ounce and a half of the Don Julio.
Sounds perfect.
So I'll hold if you'll
Okay,
pour.
let's see.
That's all right.
Look at us. Look at us.
We could do it.
That looks like an ounce and a half. What do you think?
That's perfect to me.
All right.
And we'll use a passion fruit jalapeno
You know,
margarita mix.
I have to admit, the passion fruit jalapeno is my favorite product. It is my favorite product. I've actually been following CaNE Collective since COVID. And that's when you guys really upped the ante with your business. All of a sudden, CaNE Collective was everywhere on my social media.
So it was.
It was born. It was born of COVID, right?
It was definitely born of COVID. So we started off doing events and helping brands tell their story in a glass. And, you know, both my business partner, Aaron, and I, neither of us really thought that we're going to have a career after
a career in CaNE Collective?
Well, we spent most of our life behind the bar and writing beverage programs and as bartenders and a hospitality business. Everything shut down. It was very weird. It was a little disorienting. And we were figuring like, oh, well, maybe we should do something different.
Well, for me, CaNE Collective is a hero story. And I realize that sounds a little exaggerating. I'll give you a moment.
That's okay.
But what I saw was you guys decide to develop a business and cope with COVID in a way that was productive. You created cocktail mixers that ended up being that bar experience at home because we couldn't go to bars. And it was perfect. It was perfect. So my husband and I had the opportunity to enjoy CaNE Collective cocktails while we were quarantined, and it was just a blessing. It was just a blessing. I'm going to turn my garnish around so we can... Cheers.
Well, that's how it happened for a lot of us, too. We were at home, and we were trying to figure out what to make, and how could we have an experience apart but together. And passion fruit jalapeno was one of our more popular mixes. Actually, embarrassing story for Aaron. This is one.
Wait, before you tell your story, let's taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
Easy.
It's why it's my favorite.
Refreshing.
I love, first of all, passion fruit. Passion fruit is really all the rage in Europe, but for some reason, it's not as widespread in the States. So to have a local product that features passion fruit with a little bit of bite of the jalapeno is just divine.
Thanks so much. We definitely think it definitely is one of our classics and well-performing items for us. And folks just kind of love something that's exciting and tropical, but just not kind of like of the ordinary. You know, because at the end of the day, you're having an experience. You kind of want a little bit of escapism.
Yeah, and boy, was that a help. That was the perfect tool during quarantine. So tell me, why is it embarrassing that Aaron, and what's the story behind the passion fruit jalapeno?
Aaron
Tell me.
Actually entered this competition, in a global competition.
Oh, of course.
Top 5 in the world, and we said, hey, maybe other folks want to enjoy that as well too. So it's
Excuse my reach.
So that is a global award-winning recipe that you can have in the comfort of your own home, wherever you are.
So this is labeled as CaNE mixers, but CaNE Collective has to do, the name came together, Ezra, who's my guest,
Hey.
Aaron's, who's my buddy, and I don't think I've ever met the person.
So CJ.
CJ. I've never met CJ before.
CJ's the C in CaNE. It came together as a bunch of folks who had a passion actually for rum. So now we're talking about tequila now, but it all started around the story of rum. And we felt that there was a need in the marketplace for people to kind of like understand rum and experience rum outside of what they might have once had at a bar, as a shot, or what people commonly thought of that.
Well, this was just a fantastic tool. I can't thank you enough. I mean, it was definitely a time where we spent more time at home and appreciated our time at home to make us more mindful about, well, how do you entertain within versus outside? And it was a great opportunity and a tool to keep you home.
So if you think
Safe.
about it, safe.
Safe.
If you think about it, you know, when we drink or we share a meal, these are all communal, kind of intimate things that we do.
Right.
So whether we're doing it at a distance, like we are right now, or we did it like face to face and in person, what kind of brings people together besides sharing experience together? And if we can make like a really great backdrop for that experience, that's kind of where we want to be. So the next cocktail we'll try is let's do something sparkling. How do you feel?
I like that idea. And say we started out with, the tequila, which has, quite a punch.
Right.
To start. And this is actually one of my favorite brands, Jay. It was a sparkling wine that I tried when I was 26. And it has stayed with me ever since. And I've gone to visit the winery in Napa and done the tasting for the whole line. So whatever sparkling wine that you choose also mixes well in the CaNE mixers.
Well, since you mentioned it, I guess we should have something.
I think we should.
Let's do that. So this one's pretty easy too, and let's do it together. How do you feel?
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. So we'll do 2 ounces of...
What flavor is this?
Guava Tiki. So guava, grapefruit, a little bit of a Caribbean all-spiced pineapple. And
that sounds delicious.
And we'll call that 2 ounces.
That's 2 ounces?
That's what we're going to say.
That's 2 ounces. And how many ounces of the sparkling wine?
Let's do 4.
Ooh la la, I like the
4
way you
ounces.
think.
Perfect. We'll do the second. No need for agitation, but if you so decide. What do we think?
It looks perfect to me. So then what I like about your mixers is how flexible they are. They start out we started out with one mixer with tequila, and tequila is
Right.
not a joke. But then, you want to dial back your ABV a little bit, your alcohol by volume a little bit. There's a mimosa style cocktail that you can make with these mixers.
Absolutely, because who doesn't love bubbles?
Who doesn't love bubbles?
Cheers. Refreshing and light.
I taste the grapefruit right away because of the bitter dances across my palate. And then I can kind of smell the more tropical guava as I taste it. What other flavors are in this one?
So I'm glad you mentioned those 2. We picked those 2 so they balance each other. So you have the bitterness of the grapefruit, but you have like the fruit and the mouth-fillingness of the guava. There's some lemon just to kind of like level out the acidity. And we have like a spiced pineapple syrup.
A spiced pineapple syrup. Now you do a spiced pineapple.
We do.
Bitter. Is it bitter or is it a syrup?
It's a syrup.
It's a syrup, yeah.
And we do that spiced pineapple syrup, and it's a great add-in for the daiquiri. We just want to do a classic daiquiri. We could do a rum old-fashioned with that. That's pretty amazing as well, too. So something fun and light and tropical, but we let the juice of and the fruit of the guava and the grapefruit shine, and we think they're really good balance with each other and playful.
Well,
So
I
that's
think
one that
it's
we like
really
a lot.
cool that you figured out your week because today's production day for you.
It
Today is the day that you are up to your elbows in alligators of fruit peels.
It is, and we have a wonderful team, and we're so grateful that our team decided to work with us, and we got done a day early. So,
That's brilliant, so that we could meet.
So that we could meet. I could come down and hang out here with that Sugar Rim Bar.
That's
studios.
right. We certainly don't. Sugar and Bar Studios, that's the best. Corey Brim and I will get together to talk about and feature his business in a future segment. But yeah, he's definitely been our fantastic host today, and we're grateful.
Yeah.
So now we've had not only the tequila cocktail, but we've had the mimosa, which is light, bright, refreshing. Now I'm about to drive home. And, you
Right.
gotta try to keep track and keep aware of where you are and how grounded you are, because you don't want to drive home with a cocktail on your breath.
Absolutely.
So then we should try a non-alcoholic version with your mixers.
So one of the things that is central to our company is about meeting people where they're at, whether you're drinking or not drinking. We just want you to have something delicious and fun and intentional, and they're great spirit-free alternatives.
Right.
So you can just mix it with a little bit of club soda or ginger beer for a bit of effervescence, or decide, to mix it with a kombucha or whatever wherever you're kind of at. We just wanted an option for you. So the easiest way to do that, I think personally, is to have a glass, and we have these gorgeous.
I'm going to set this to the side.
We have these fun glasses over here.
We were laughing earlier when I quizzed folks behind the scenes. What kind of cocktail glass is this?
It's a trick.
And I was tricking you. What kind of cocktail glasses? You could trick a punch out of that, right?
I think it's a great punch glass or an ice cream sundae glass, and it's fun.
That's what it is. It's an ice cream dessert glass.
So in our fun glass we'll have here, and I don't know, maybe you have kids at home and you want to put like a little scoop of sherbet on there as well, and want to have a fun adult kind of beverage. So we'll do some club soda.
Well, you could make a kid's mixed drink that's appropriate,
right?
and so they can feel like they're part of the celebration.
The moment.
Yeah, exactly. You can share that moment.
Why don't we do something fun?
What's
Why
that?
don't we pour the club soda, but why don't we use a feature of this?
I don't have that kind of.
I think you do.
What
What we're gonna do is we're gonna do it together. It'll be fun.
Okay,
It'll be a good
okay.
time. All right. So we're gonna have fun a little bit here. So we're gonna pour. We'll do the same thing too, and maybe we'll do.
Okay, I'll
like
copy
about-
you. I don't
it's
know.
okay.
This is looking like
Maybe we'll
disaster
do about
territory.
No, I think it's perfect. Maybe we'll do 3 ounces here.
Okay.
2. And we'll do 1. And then we'll do the same on this side.
Yum. And we're again using the Tiki Guava.
We use the Guava Tiki.
The Guava Tiki, excuse me.
Tiki Guava, Guava Tiki, tomato. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little club soda. We're just going to have a little fun. We're going to pour it right down the spoon. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's good. I was looking at the angle and thinking, oh no, that's not going to go well.
I think it is.
No, it went perfect. Okay, I'll do the other one.
All right? We'll do it together.
Let's see here.
Yeah. 'Cause I love it.
You set me up.
I didn't mean to.
There we are. No,
Perfect.
that's great. That's great.
Because
It's club soda.
Yeah,
It's
because
not going to stain.
It's about drinking is about being together, right?
It is about being together. And that's really why I like to feature cocktail culture in Perfect Cocktail Pursuits. Because, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Because cocktail culture is about being together and enjoying a libation, certainly. But, oh, look at you.
Oh, you're gonna be.
Oh, a little bit of
all the way here today. Here we go.
effervescence of.
Let's see if I can do this in reverse. There we go. Perfect.
Got it?
Okay.
Well, right
it's
on.
good
We're
enough.
with it.
Perfect enough. All right.
It's all about being together, and cocktails are really a tool to enhance being together.
They are.
They are. Cheers.
Cheers. And to
Yeah,
you.
like cheers to you.
Cheers to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So just enough, right in the background, easy, refreshing, light.
Not not every day do you need to have a tequila cocktail.
You don't.
And this gives you that flexibility to go for a brunch mimosa, to go for a cocktail, to go for a non-alcoholic option. I think it's brilliant.
So whether you decide to or not to, we just want you to feel at home and feel good and feel comfortable.
You meet us where we are.
And just want to meet you where you are.
Thank you.
So,
Well, this
thank
is
you.
Perfect Cocktail Pursuits, and my name is Rosalina Africano, and I'm here with Ezra Allen of CaNE Collective. It's been delightful to host you. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thanks so much for having me. It was a pleasure, and thank you all for watching us.
Amen. Thanks for that.
Cheers.
Oh, by the way, share, follow, like, do those things, and share with a friend. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Salute.